Let's talk about our local economy now. A snapshot of economic indicators shows that the greater Portland area had negative job growth from April of 2023 to April of 2024. In simpler terms, we lost more jobs than we gained. We're talking about a wide swath of our area, by the way, from Portland to Vancouver and out to Hillsborough. Those losses gave us the esteemed distinction of having the largest employment loss in the country in that time period among the top 50 largest metro areas. Here's a graph showing that. It's put out by an economist with the Oregon Department of Employment. There's Portland way down at the bottom. The top three are Vegas, Oklahoma City, and Sacramento. I talked with the economist Jake Procino earlier this week to ask what is causing Portland's drop.
Part of what's driving the year-over-year job loss has been a couple of layoffs from big Portland area companies, including Nike, Columbia, UPS, Vacasa, and several others. So that has been driving job loss for sure. Another part has been the stagnation in migration. So traditionally, in the recent past, Portland has seen a net inflow of migration, but lately we have seen a stagnation or outflow. So we're not seeing any jobs being added due to people entering the workforce. And finally, we're seeing people retiring out of the labor force. So the population, the workforce and the population is getting older, and people are just exiting the workforce. They're just retiring. And so we are also losing jobs that way.
Procino there puts out a real interesting monthly newsletter with all sorts of economic indicators, much of it focused on Multnomah County, but it involves a broader look as well. Here's one showing the job growth from May of 2023 to May of 2024 by county. Marion and Polk counties lead the way with 2.8% growth. Clackamas County was at the bottom with 0.6% negative growth or job loss. Jake, the economist, also points out that while the greater Portland area added some jobs over the year, more people lost jobs than gained them.
So the year-over-year job change is a job change in the aggregate. So different industries might be performing differently. For instance, we've seen the healthcare sector add a ton of jobs as of late, but because we're losing more jobs in other sectors like manufacturing or retail trade or professional business services, we see the aggregate job loss go down. And so that level, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, from April 2023 to April 2024 is a job loss of 14,600 jobs.
Now, he says that's an estimate. That's why he was chuckling, and that the state tracks the numbers more closely. And he actually believes the job loss is probably closer to 6,000. But still, it's a loss, not a gain. One final interesting graph caught my eye since it's July and the minimum wage just went up in Oregon on Monday. It shows the number of minimum wage jobs by county in our area as of the third quarter of last year. Multnomah County has the most, probably no surprise since it also has the largest population. The light blue number is the percentage of the minimum wage jobs compared to all the jobs in the county. So just 3.8% of the jobs in Multnomah County pay minimum wage. Linn County has the fewest in our area for raw numbers with 2,500 minimum wage jobs, which accounts to 4.7% of their total jobs.